Kremlin warns that other nations ready to give Iran nukes. Dangerous escalation has begun. Look, y'all, nobody likes a bully. That's what it is. Nobody likes a bully. See, the U.S. has been bullying people for the longest. Israel has been a bully for the longest, you know, and nobody likes a bully, you see. So let's look at it. Moscow warned Sunday that several nations are prepared to supply Tehran with nuclear weapons as Russia and China condemn America's attack on Iran nuclear facilities. So just think about it. The United States has nuclear weapons. Israel has nuclear weapons. Pakistan, France, China, all these people have nuclear weapons. You see, you just imagine it. You live on a block, you in a neighborhood, and you see people marching up and down your street. They got AR-15s. They open carry. They open their garage. They got bazookas on the wall. They got a tank. In the garage. Just think about it. And then, you want to purchase you, let's say, a little 357, you know, and then they knock on your door and say, "Hey, what are you doing? You can't have, you can't have this 357." How would you think about that? You know, how would you feel? You seeing these people well armed, heavily armed with nuclear weapons all around, you know, but you try to develop a weapon to protect yourself, to protect your country. And the bullies come in, knock on your door, and tell you you can't have it. You see? Does that make any sense? So, Dmitry Medvedev, who serves as deputy head of Russian President Vladimir Putin's Security Council, claimed Saturday's U.S. strike, the first to use 15-ton GBU-57 bunker buster bombs in combat, only caused minimal damage to Tehran's nuclear sites. So they didn't even destroy these sites. The orange man in the White House was, dancing and celebrating, you know. But these nuclear sites are still, you know, they haven't been destroyed totally. So Tehran's nuclear sites, including the fortified Fordo enrichment plant. Medvedev, who did not specify which countries are ready to arm Tehran, reiterated that the attacks would not stop Russia's ally in the Middle East from acquiring nuclear weapons. So Iran is going to get nuclear weapons. This attack only emboldened, Iran's allies to give them nuclear weapons. So it's going to happen. Russia's foreign ministry described the American airstrike in Iran as a gross violation of international law, the UN Charter, and UN Security Council resolutions. It is already clear that a dangerous escalation has begun, fraught with further undermining of regional and global security, the ministry said in a statement. So, like I said, nobody likes a bully. You know, this one thing that, everyone likes to see is, a bully get knocked down. That's what everyone wants to see. Everyone pays money for that. You see? So, these countries, they won't tell you what country or what country is going to give Iran nuclear weapons, but it's already in the works. I wouldn't be surprised if they already have it. They've been having these weapons. You know, they've been having a weapon. But United States of all people, they're the only country that has uh, dropped bombs on another civilian population, Hiroshima and Nagasaki. And they're the main ones that, going around telling people, you can't have nuclear weapons. There's something wrong with that. You see, America has always been the bully of the whole world. You see, and Israel is right behind it. They're the little brother of America. But no one wants to see a bully pick on a little guy and continuously do it. The stuff that's going on in Gaza is raising eyebrows, you know, and the whole world is looking. You see, so uh, Iran is going to get a bomb. It's unstoppable. It's going to happen.